Hey, thanks again for watching another episode of EKAnomics TV. This is Abong Eka. Now, before we get started, I want to make something really clear. Your prices aren't the problem. You are the problem. And in this episode, we're going to talk a little bit more about something really important a lot of people don't want to talk about, and that's your prices. Most people aren't living the lives that they want. If you don't have the relationship, the career, the experiences, and the money that you want, there are only three reasons why. You haven't focused on your mission, your mindset, and your money. I'm Abong Eka, and besides being a best-selling author, CPA, and leadership small business champion, I show everyday people how to take their ideas, create valuable products and services, raise their prices, and get raving customers that can't wait to do business with them. And I do all of those in 4 simple steps. I want to help you. I want to change your life. I want to change your relationships. I want to change your business. And these are the principles of economics, and you're watching EKAnomics TV. Welcome to another episode of EKAnomics TV, where we focus on your mission, your mindset, and your money. The goal every single week is to help you in your mission, your mindset, and your money. Let me explain that about what that means quickly, so you understand basically the importance of why we do this. I sincerely believe, and that's one of my personal philosophies, that if you don't have congruency among those 3 areas, the likelihood of you getting exactly what you want, living the way you want to live, and having what you want to have and desire is not going to work. It's not going to happen. You just can't. So there's so many people who have one of the 3, 2 of the 3, or none of the 3, and either way, they always struggle and always suffer. So let's just break it down real quickly, and I'm going to go into the topic of today. Simply put, if your mission is not right. So by mission, I really mean, what is your purpose? What's your focus? Why do you get up in the morning? And your mission can't necessarily be another human being. So too often people say, my mission is my husband or my wife or my kids. It's great to have them as potential, as part of that. But what ends up happening is when they get older and they're 18 years old, or if other circumstances happen between you and that particular partner, your mission should be something that you seek to attain on a consistent basis. Maybe he's trying to become a better person. Maybe he's trying to help other people, to enrich other people's lives, to bring value, to bring happiness to other people's lives, whatever it is. And so I implore you to look for whatever that purpose of that mission is. That mission should be outside of another human being, outside of an attainable level. So you have a constant and continuous action to try and achieve that, if that makes sense. Your mission, that's your mission. Your mindset is very self-explanatory. So if you have a mission, right? If you have an idea to try and help people, and your goal is to help people through X, Y, and Z, or through information, or through works of service, or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, if your mindset's not in a place that supports the mission, you will never realize your potential. So the goal for me is to close the gap between where I am and where I know I could be. So many people know what their potential is, but unfortunately, they never realize that potential. And that's one of the saddest things that anybody can go through in life. Ask yourself a simple question. When's the last time that I achieved something that I know I could achieve, but either I chose not to, or I didn't take any action, or I didn't do the things I know I should have done. So I knew, and I know personally, this best-selling book, Start Me Up, the No Business Plan, this was inside of me. It took me 3 years to get this book. And despite being told no by over 250 different literary agents and publishers, I also was being told no by other people in my life. People told me it was a bad idea. People were telling me, don't go after it. People were telling me, why don't you do something else instead? Focus your energy on doing X, Y, and Z instead. So you have to understand, if you don't have a strong enough mindset, again, you got to understand, it's continuously evolving. If you don't have the precepts for a strong mindset, the likelihood of you achieving what you want and closing the gap between where you are and your potential literally will never happen for you. Make sense? I'm not saying you have the proper mindset and all of a sudden everything stops. You continuously have to enrich it. It's like a garden, right? Your mindset is like a garden that you have to water, nurture, provide nutrients for. So the last is money. And money is very simple. If it's your career, if it's your entrepreneurial endeavors or adventures, whatever it is, let's be honest. When people tell you that money won't make you happy, those SOBs or sons of bitches are broke. Don't listen to what they're saying. Don't listen to what people. I've never met a rich person who's ever said money didn't make me happy. Money didn't do it. Like, look, you're a good person, right? Would you agree that you are a good person in your mind and your heart? Would you also agree that if you had additional funds and resources, you would help other people? So why do we think money's a bad thing? Why do we let people tell us that money's a bad thing? Would you not use the resources you have to help other people? Some of you are currently donating to other causes, giving money to charities, sending people to college, and doing lots of things like that. Would you not be able to help more people with more money? If you have a family member who needs money for whatever reason, would you not like to be in a position where you can give it to them and not have to worry about getting it back? That's what I'm talking about. That's what this is about. When you have a mission that's clear and concise and a purpose that you have that gives you progress and passion. When you have a mindset that supports that particular mission, right? You don't let bullshit get into your mind. You don't let people tell you stories. You don't let the media confuse you. You don't get excited by things that are happening, negative and otherwise. You don't say, oh, what's that celebrity wearing? What's Kim Kardashian doing? You don't care about that crap. You have actual purpose in your life, and your mindset's actually rock solid. When you have those two things, you can focus on your money, and whether it's in your career, ascending the ladder. Everybody wants progress in life. If you don't have progress, what ends up happening is very simple. You end up second guessing where you are. You end up second guessing your effort. You end up second guessing whether or not this makes sense for you. And so if you don't have those three areas congruent, you don't have strength and structure in all those three areas, the likelihood of you getting anything you want in life, any type of success or happiness, starts to go down exponentially. And that's the whole point of this show. A lot of times we talk about business, sometimes we talk about money, sometimes we talk about life. At the end of the day, mission, mindset, and money. And in today's show, when we come back from break, we're gonna go over some points about your prices, why your prices are the problem. Sorry, your prices aren't the problem, you're the problem. And it goes back to the mindset that you have to run a successful business and understanding the importance of raising your prices. A lot of you guys should be raising your prices. One of the quickest ways to raise revenue is to raise your price. And when we come back, I'm going to explain why that is. Tired of clients that nickel and dime you? The only reason you're not earning more is because you're not charging enough. I know you may be thinking, well, won't my customers complain? They won't, especially if you know what to say. Now, for a limited time, get access to my pricing training masterclass with up to 4 hours of top quality content. Want to charge more for your amazing service and find awesome clients? You know what to do. Click the link below and get your seat for this masterclass. This has helped so many entrepreneurs to set and raise their prices, triple, quadruple their income, and increase their profit margin. There's no reason why you should leave money on the table. Now, this is an opportunity for you to invest in yourself, your business, and also increase your revenue. So sign up today. Hey guys, welcome back to this episode of EKAnomics TV. Obviously, you know who I am. I'm Abong Eka. I am your host today. I'm going to host you throughout most of your life by giving you important information, whether we're talking about my best-selling book, talking about your mission, your mindset, your money, which is my personal philosophy and how I live my life and how I enrich the lives of others through my actions. And more importantly, the goal is to, again, I want to help you. I want to help you grow your business, grow your life, whether it's your career, whatever you're trying to accomplish. But the way to do this is through mission, mindset, money. Every single week, I come to you talking about things in those particular areas, whether it's maybe something about your mission for this week, maybe something about your mindset, self-development, personal development, and then last is your money. How do you get your money right? How do you improve your business? How do you improve your livelihood so you can help people? And I want to warn you and caution you when people say things like money won't make you happy. You need to stay away from those people. Those people are not your friends. They're not helpful. I was watching a show with my girlfriend recently, and a lot of times these people will go talk to their quote-unquote best friends for advice, and all you keep hearing is a lot of bad advice from people. So that is, I know it's only television, but that's a microcosm of most people's lives. Most people will give you bad advice because they don't know any better, because they don't want what's best for you, and because they're projecting their own fears and concerns onto you, saying, I just think. You have to get to a place where you have a very good internal locus of control. That basically means you are in control of how you behave, what you think, and you believe that whatever you're trying to accomplish, every step you're taking is for that particular purpose. It's not monetary, not materialistic. It's just what you want to accomplish from a purpose perspective in your life while you're on this freaking planet, right? And in today's show, we're going to talk today, and I was going to share with you today, the importance of pricing. And if you're in a situation where you're concerned about pricing for your business, it's never your prices. It's always you. It's your fault. You're the reason why you're not charging enough. You're the reason why someone's nickel and diming you. You're the reason why you don't have the ability to charge more and get more. Let's be very clear. One of the quickest ways to raise your prices, one of the quickest ways to raise your revenues is to raise your prices. If you have 10 clients paying you $1,000 each, and you double those prices to $2,000 each, instead of you getting $10,000 a month, it's $20,000 a month. Simple math. I'm a CPA, but you don't have to be a CPA to know that. Now, I love this mug. Sleep less, dream more. So now the goal is the point when I say this, and a lot of my programs, you might have seen one of the commercials of my Raise Your Prices program. It's a master class in which we taught a ton of entrepreneurs and small business owners and coaches, primarily in the service-based industry, and it's one of my best programs I've ever created. I decided to do it in a webinar in 2016. I said, you know what, I'm going to do a webinar, and I didn't have this long launch. I announced it, and then for 5 days I talked about it, and I ended up filling it up, and online live stream posting. In 5 days, I ended up talking about it, and it ended up getting filled up. And that was basically it. That's all I did. And it was one of the best things because it helped so many people. You saw some of the testimonials from people where they're able to raise their prices by understanding the nuance and the dance between themselves, the products, and the services they provide, right? So I'm going to share with you one thing today, and then after the break, so we're going to go to break. After the break, I will share with you after the break. I'll share with you the remaining, and then the importance of not giving discounts, and I'll tell you what to do instead of giving discounts. So the first reason, let's talk about why people buy and why that's important. People buy to solve a problem or to get a desired result. I talked about that in my best-selling book, international best-selling book. This is Indonesia, that's in the U.S. and Canada, but I talked in there ad nauseum about why people buy: to get a desired result and to solve a problem. Anything you can think of. And if you don't believe me, tweet me something that someone would buy, and I'll tell you exactly what the problem is. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's a $100,000 car. It doesn't matter if it's a $10,000 purse. It's never about the purse, right? There's something else underlying that in that particular person's experience or life or background that leads them to believe that they should spend $10,000 on that purse. So when somebody has that level of belief, logic is not going to play a role in that. So if you understand why people buy, the way you position yourself and what you do will differ. The way you position what you offer to people differs. So if you know that people buy because they want a problem solved, what's the next question you should be asking? What problem do you have? Right? So many people think it's price should be low, and it's the worst. It's one of the most infuriating things that I can ever think about. People will be like, oh, we should just charge less because people will buy. People don't buy because of price. When's the last time you went to a dollar store and bought food? You gonna buy food from the dollar store? It's from the dollar store, right? Your health is more important than the bullshit they have at the dollar store. You're not gonna eat that bread that's gonna mold by the time you get home. So think about it. When somebody gets their hair done, they go to a place they trust. Before we go to break, let me give you one quick example about that. I was on Sirius XM Satellite Radio talking about a book and starting a business, and I was talking about a 4-step startup plan for this particular show. It was a Maggie Linton show. Amazing person, amazing entrepreneur. She'd been a host at XM for a long time. And I was on there talking to some of her guests, and one guest called in and said, how do I raise my price? Because I'm a hairdresser, and people come from all over she lives in the Philadelphia area, this woman who called, and she's like, I live in the Philadelphia area, but I'm outside 45 minutes, and people get in their cars and come see me. And she's like, my sister tells me I shouldn't raise my price. And I said, look, this is what I said as a woman. And I said, look, it has nothing to do with your price. I asked her a simple question. Why do people come to you? She said, well, because just two reasons. I do certain kind of hair, right, as a hairdresser, and I fix a lot of the problems that people have about that hair. And I also asked her, how many of those people who come to you to get their hair fixed, how much do they pay? She's like, usually it's less or half of that. That's exactly my point. The solution or the cure is more important to them than the money that they're going to give you. So you raising your prices, they care a lot about their hair. If people wanted to save money, they would do their own hair. You can tell the difference between people who do their own hair and those who go get it professionally done at a salon. There's no comparison. You know the difference is there. So again, once I realized what the problem is, the likelihood of me being able to solve that problem in a way that the exchange of money is higher raises. And so you have to understand that simple principle. That's all I'm asking you guys to do today. All right, when we come back from break, I'm going to tell you why you can't raise your prices. We're also going to talk about why you shouldn't give discounts and what you should do instead of giving discounts. And these tips, these tools, what we're going to share with you today, it's going to help you. I guarantee you that. I've helped and shown how people can raise their prices. One individual, one guy, Jared Robinson, was able to raise his prices by 161%. His profit raised by 30%. Someone else was able to get the highest contracts and clients within a short period of time after training with us. People have doubled their prices already, tripled their prices without feeling bad about it. Okay, you're helping people by charging more. Believe me, that's exactly what's happening. And people in the EKAnomics Academy they've been able to get more clients quicker because they understand the nuance of sales and getting people. And I'll tell you a little bit more about the Academy after next segment, but it's one of the best trainings I've ever put together. A 6-week comprehensive process where you literally every single week you train. You do like a 30 minutes to an hour of a lesson for that particular week, right? You do it at your own pace within that week. The next week you have access to the next module. And every single week we have a live Q&A where you can send your questions in and I will answer your questions and literally hold your hand and walk you through the steps so you're never alone. A lot of people have these training programs. They send it to you in the mail. I get emails like you do. They send them to you, and what ends up happening is they disappear after that. So that doesn't happen with me. I knew that was a problem. Some other training programs go long, like 12 months. Who has time for all that crap? You got work to do. You got kids. You got a family. Who has time for a 12-month program? Who has time for a one-day program? Those are two far extremes that don't help anybody. 6 weeks is optimal. Enough time for you to focus. Enough time for you to get things done and get the results you want. So stay tuned. Next break, we are coming up. And we will literally, I'm gonna round out the end by telling you why you can't raise your prices and how to. And I'm also gonna share with you why you shouldn't give discounts, but what you should do instead. All right, stay tuned, guys. Hey, if you are a coach or a consultant or small business owner, and you're looking for an easier way to find new customers and charge them more money for what you provide, you need to actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna go any further. Just listen to what other people are saying.
Hi, my name is Kim Denton, and I am a salon coach from Boise, Idaho. And I'm giving a testimonial here for Yvonne Eka on his class about funneling and Facebook marketing. And I just want to tell you that this class has been so informational, and he's been there through it all the way. A lot of classes you take, the coaches are there, and then they just drop you off the face of the earth. But with his class, he was there to answer questions, held my hand all the way through. He helped me set up my funnel, which now has made me more money because I've gotten more clients, and I'm just excited to see me flourish through this. I would recommend Yvonne Eka's class to anybody. Thank you, Yvonne.
The session was awesome. It was very practical. I have some things that I could take away and implement immediately. And notice prices are going up. I had learned about valuing my own work, and that was a great takeaway. And so tomorrow, my prices are just went up.
Hey, so what did you think? That is just a few examples of some of the small business owners who've gone through my trainings. And the goal is simple. It's to help you raise your prices, find more customers and clients, Learn how to use funnels effectively that work for you and your business. You don't have to buy all this new equipment and new technology. Just learn what you already have, and I'm going to show you specifically how to navigate that water and then find high-paying customers and clients as soon as in the next week or two. If that makes sense to you, I'm going to offer you a free training and also give you an opportunity for a quick 15 to 30-minute strategy call to talk about your business and how you can overcome these challenges and the actual system that's going to work for you regardless of what you've tried before. Sound good? You've already heard what other people had to say. Now it's your turn to experience the exact same thing. Hey guys, welcome back to the last segment of EKAnomics TV. Look, you know who I am, Ebong Eka, Prince of Pricing and Prospecting, founder of the EKAnomics Academy, certified professional coach, certified public accountant, and the founder of EKAnomics. Look, I've done a lot of things in my life, and I told you what I ended up finding out in my life to be able to attain the things I've been able to attain. Best-selling book, playing professional basketball, going to college, playing basketball in college, building businesses, and even struggling through failures. I understood there were three things I needed to have: mission, mindset, and money. That is my philosophy, and that's how I'm able to do this show, to share with you the importance of getting your mission, your mindset, and your money right. Today we're talking about your money and your business and your prices. Last segment, I shared with you why people buy: to get a desired result or to solve a problem. Why is that important? Very simple. If you know why people behave and act a certain way, then you can tailor what you do to accommodate that, and then also share what you do in order to help them. So if someone spends money to get a desired result or to solve a problem they have, then your ability to understand that problem and then explain it to them in a way that makes sense increases the likelihood of them doing business with you. So today we're talking about prices, and I told you in the last segment that I was going to share with you why you can't currently share your prices or raise your prices. And if you understand why you can't do something, you can also understand why you should do something and how to. Would you agree? You can say yes, I can hear you. All right, so simply put, I know why people spend money, so that's important to me. There's an amazing book that talks about this. Everybody should pick this up. I talk about it in my book, but I also talk about it at length in a lot of my trainings and as a precursor for understanding your actions. There are a few other books that are really important that I should share with you as well, but I won't go into it because that'll take all day. Guys like Dan Ariely, this one, Influence the Psychology of Persuasion. It's an amazing book. I'm also going to be doing, at some point in time, I'll let you guys know as you watch the show, when I'm going to launch this book, it's sort of like a book of the week club. So we'll do a book a week, talk about it, I'll teach out of it, and then every single week or twice a week, or twice a month, you'll be able to apply this to your business. So every book we read is how do you apply it to your life and to your business. That's the whole purpose of this. But this book changed my life. This book changed the lives of so many people who market and who copyright and who raise prices by understanding these 6 psychological triggers in here. Okay? So to keep going, I told you about why people buy and why they spend money, but now we're going to talk about why you can't raise your prices. The one reason why you can't raise your prices is because you believe that people buy because of price. And so you think that if you raise your price, you're going to lose your customers. That never happens. Actually, that's not true. You will lose customers, but the customers you will lose are the ones you don't want anyways. The customers you will lose are the ones who nickel and dime you, who complain about your invoice. They're the ones who call you all hours of the day, asking for freebies, asking for stuff, asking for extra help for things that even though they know they didn't pay for. They're the ones who didn't do the work they're supposed to do, and yet they want to use you as an excuse as to why your programs don't work. Now, think about it for a second. How many times has this happened to you? You know I'm right. I'm right. Every single person that complains about your prices, about your invoice, when they've hired you or they've joined your program or bought your courses, they've been a pain in the ass. Absolute royal pain in the ass. Why? Because they don't value what you're providing to them. So they believe price is the indicator. So therefore, because they spent some money, they automatically assume that that gives them license to behave a certain way. That's the same person who goes to an auditorium or to an arena to watch a basketball game and heckles the other person and calls them names and says, I pay your salaries. That's the kind of mindset that a person has, rather than enjoying what they're watching. I'm not saying don't be involved, don't be happy, I'm never saying don't enjoy the experience. But those kinds of people, that's what you end up having. So simply put, one reason why you can't raise your prices is because you believe price is the reason why people buy. Okay? Second reason why you don't raise your price. The second reason you don't raise your price is because you believe that people are going to leave you. You're going to lose customers. You're going to lose clients. You're not. What ends up happening is you end up getting more people who actually value you. Here's a perfect example. I was recently doing an interview for a virtual summit that's going to be coming out soon. And one of the examples that the interviewer shared with me, she told me that when she first started out, she had a program about $600, and she gave this whole person the world. It's about a whole year of coaching for $600. $600 is scary because there's no money in it for you to actually give a damn about me, right? People instinctively know that. Even if they don't know, they know that something doesn't sound right. That person said no to the person I was talking to and went to a competitor who charged 10 times that amount. They charged $6,000 for a program with less things in it. Why? Because they were spending the money not because of the price. They were spending the money because there's a problem that the other person was able to identify, right? It's not about the price ever. It never is. It's never about the price. And for those who think it's about the price, then it's no different than you being literally a gas station, because I can't tell the difference between Exxon, Shell, Texaco, Hess, Liberty. I mean, you fill in the blanks. I don't know the difference. If you know the difference, then you'd be a billionaire. But nobody knows the difference. So as a result, I go to the cheapest. And so if I go to the cheapest, then I have no brand loyalty. You get it? Because there's nothing unique about any of the gas that I'm getting and putting in my car. It's the same thing for you and your business, for your programs. If you're a coach, if you're a consultant, you have to identify what the pain points people have and then provide that to them. So now I'm going to share with you, before we wrap up, I want to share with you why you shouldn't give discounts. A lot of people always say this. We should start out, why don't we start out low and then we can raise our prices? You can never do that. That never happens. It never ends up well. There's two mistakes people make when it comes to raising prices and discounts. The first is they start out really low because they think I'm going to get a lot of people, and then I'm going to raise my price and they'll be happy to pay. No one is ever happy to pay a higher price when it's arbitrary, okay? The mistake that people make when raising their prices is they just raise the price and they don't explain the reasons for raising the price or give additional value for raising the price. When you start really low, you've attracted a certain kind of client, a certain kind of customer, a person who's very price sensitive. And as a result of being price sensitive, they no longer understand the value they're getting, i.e. the gas station. If one gas station is charging $2 a gallon and the one across the street is charging $3 a gallon, and I don't know why they're charging $3 a gallon, I'm going to go the one that's charging $2 a gallon. Does that make sense? It's the same experience with you in your particular business as a consultant or as a coach or a service-based professional. You haven't told me why you're raising your price. I have absolutely no freaking idea why your price is higher than the guy across the street. So yeah, I'm going to complain. So that's the first thing. So here's an example. There's an app, I can't remember what it's called, but it's an app that helps you save money. And a lot of people in financial community, financial industry would recommend it to their clients because it was free at the time. And then one day they sent an email. They said, we're going to be free forever. Then they sent an email to their customers and people their users, because they're not customers, because they're not paying any money, so they're users, and said, hey, by the way, we're going to raise our price. We're going to start charging, which is raising price, and it's no longer free. Everybody lost their mind, got upset. Then they went to another app in which they started paying money for. Why? Because you changed the level of expectation. You told them it'll be free forever. People get upset when their expectations are changed. So if you understand that about them, it's about managing their expectations for what they're paying now for what they'll be paying later. Does that make sense? So if you can figure out what they expect, the level of expectations, and you can manage that, the ability for you to raise your prices exponentially increase. Now, when it comes to discounts, giving discounts versus giving additional value and giving introductory reasons, for example, explaining why you're giving them a unique price, is very important. It's not a discount then. The discount is 10% off, 30% off. People expect that, like JCPenney's. Maybe you guys have seen this story. I think I wrote about it in my book, but also I talked about it on TV once. I was a guest on Fox News, and I talked about actually maybe MSNBC or Fox News. I talked about JCPenney. And they fired that CEO. Remember the CEO? It was around the time when Ellen DeGeneres was the spokesperson. They changed the branding. They changed everything, and they got rid of all the sales. Literally, the next month, all their sales plummeted. Why? Because they created a level of expectation for their buyers that no matter what the price said, there was always going to be a sale, right? And they can get some coupons to use towards buying whatever they're buying. That is the difference. If you've created that expectation that you're going to cut your prices over at a certain time, people will change their buying habits and behaviors are in line with that now. You can't just go change that. So to them, they're like, why are we putting these sales in? Just cut all the coupon nonsense and give them a flat price. At JCPenney, they had felt, the people who shop there felt that I like having coupons and using them. I like feeling like I'm saving money. That's the expectation that they built for that particular brand. It's over. The brand that's the brand from now on until time immemorial, until they go out of business or until they're acquired or something like that. That's the brand. You get it? So instead of giving discounts, find out how you can keep the price at a certain level and then solve their problem. Somebody wants a discount for two reasons. They want to negotiate for sport, right? I'm giving you some secrets right here. They're going to negotiate for sport. A lot of people do this. For example, the budget is $5,000. They have $5,000 to give you. They're okay with you spending $5,000. Then all of a sudden, they're negotiating with you. Why? It's for sport. It's for their ego. It's not because of the money or anything else. It's because of ego. They want to go tell their friends they got a discount on it because they have good negotiating skills, right? The second reason is they don't have the money. So you need to figure out which one of that it is, and then also if they don't have the money, how can you help them get the money? That's a different conversation than saying, let me give you a discount. So that's what you should do instead of just giving discounts blindly like so many people do. Now, if you have any questions, do me a favor, tweet me at abongeka.com. You can reach out at abongeka on Twitter. You can go to abongeka.com. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at my fan page or my business page. You can also, I'd like to also for you to go to EKAnomicsAcademy.com/webinar. What I just shared with you today in this particular episode is actually a 2-hour, the deeper version of it is 2 hours, and I show you specifically how to raise your price, how to set your price, how to raise your price. The masterclass is one thing. I'm talking about the EKAnomics Academy. The masterclass we talk about pricing over a couple of hours. But with the masterclass, I show you specifically for your particular business how to, in EKAnomics Academy, I show you specifically how to set and raise your prices and be able to talk to a potential customer or client and answer their questions in a way that they can't wait to do business with you and give you money. Now, how would your life change if you could double your price? If you charge $500 today, you have 5 clients at $2,500 a month, what would your life be like if you can get $5,000 per month because you doubled your price? And everybody else that you get into your programs, you can raise your prices. What if I showed you how to get more clients by offering more value, more services? And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to share with you a quick video in this particular end of the segment where you need to watch this and see some of the people who've actually changed their business and made more money as a result of this. And it's very simple, 6-week process. Once a week, we go through a training module, and another day that week we have live Q&A. You have any questions? I'll answer them. If you're in the program, I answer them. I don't run away. A lot of people have programs they want to run on autopilot, laptop lifestyle. I'm here. I'm easy to reach. I want to give you information and help you in your business. That's my goal. That is part of what I consider to be my legacy. I wrote this book for legacy. I have the programs for legacy to help you get to that next level, right? Get more customers, get more clients, and increase your sales. What more do you want, right? What would your life be like if you could change that? So don't add time to the equation. Just watch this. You know where to go as well. Do me a favor and go visit EKAnomicsAcademy.com/webinar. register for a free training I'm going to offer you. In that particular training, you're going to have the ability to learn the simple system that we use to help to show service-based entrepreneurs, coaches, consultants, speakers, those who have a set of skills, and I'm going to show them how to find their target audience, set and raise their prices, how to copyright effectively to address the problems that people have, show them how to literally create their own funnel, simple 3-step funnel that anybody can do, how to use Facebook ads to find and target their particular customer and client. You got a question about your funnel? I'll review the funnel for you. I'll give you access, 2-week access, 14-day access to the system that I use for funnel creation called ClickFunnels. And in addition to that 2-week access, the 2-week access, you'll be able to in that 2 weeks, I'll show you how to, once you set up your own funnel, I'll review the funnel for you, and I'll also help you set up your Facebook ad for you as well. Sound good? That's why the trainings for EKAnomics Academy are very limited. I only have only so many entrepreneurs per session on purpose, so I can individually work with you if I need to. We do it as a group, and I individually work with you, answer your questions, and do things like that. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the whole goal. We ran a little bit longer, but I want to thank you for being here today. I want to thank you for watching EKAnomics Academy. Look, stay tuned, because again, I want to share with you more information about EKAnomics Academy, and I'm going to share with you how you can, literally, how you have the ability to change your life, change your business, literally within 6 weeks or less. You're going to have all the tools you need to find your next client, to find a more higher paying client, and to find more clients on repeat, on auto. Got it? Sound good? All right, stay tuned. I'll see you in a bit. Hey, so how do you like the show? I want to thank you for coming. More importantly, I want to ask you a simple question. Do you have any challenges in your life and currently in your business? Something that's keeping you up at night? Some obstacle that you're running into and you don't know how to overcome it? Tell you what, I want to help you. I want to talk to you. More importantly, I want to feature you in one of the future episodes of EKAnomics TV. And what we're going to do is have a quick conversation, share your ideas, and go over your challenges, as well as solve them on air live so people can watch it. Now, all you have to do is follow the link below to see if you're eligible to be a future guest of EKAnomics TV. And I can't wait to talk to you, but also take your business and all of your ideas to the next level.